Just caught mine off of fanatics in the garden with my hands in the air. We back at it.
What's happening, everybody? We back, baby. You see it. We in the building. Pew, 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 pew. You get it. Anyway, I am back with you once again, folks. It's good to be rocking on another Monday. You can see I am joined by my guy, Die Hard Eru in the building. What up, Eru?
What up? What up? Chilling. Ted was trying to take the night off, man, and I got the bat signal. You know, still Knicks fans. Ron needs me.
Yeah, man. John had some stuff he had to take care of tonight, so I was gonna do it by my lonesome. I said, you know what? I haven't chopped it up with my guy Eru in a minute. Let me see. Let me reach out, throw the bat signal out, and see if he's available. And it just so happens I caught him at a good time, even though he's probably like damn.
Yeah, I was gonna take the night off tonight, man. You know, I was telling you earlier, man. It's my birthday tomorrow, so I'm kind of like in one of my moods, preparing for the birthday.
Yeah, man. Well, it's definitely good to have you, bro. You know, like I said, I enjoy chopping it up with you. We always have a good time. Whenever we can, you know, talk Knick talk NBA talk hip hop talk, whatever it be, we have a great time doing it. So, yeah, man. Anyway, oh, by the way, you're on a little bit of a vacation right now, and so vacation is driving you crazy. So I'm glad to hear it.
You glad to hear my misery, man? You know, you love your family, miss your family, want to be home with the family and stuff, man. But like, I got 4 weeks straight. This is the end of the first week, man. I'm ready to divorce my wife. I'm ready to put the kids up for adoption. I already calculated the child support and everything, man. So I'm ready to get it over with already. You know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to hold on, man. I still got 3 more weeks.
That's great. That is great. I'm glad it works out for you just the way it worked out for me when I was. That's good stuff. All right.
Be careful, man.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Shout out to everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in. As people slowly start to pop in, salute to everybody on YouTube, everybody on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? And also to those who may be tuned in on Facebook. Appreciate y'all. Hey, let's just give a little love to the chat. Shout out to my guy Walter Blackman in the building. What up, Walter? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. He said, good evening, Ron, and the panel. Hope all is well with my Knicks family, as always. Appreciate you, bro. Shout out to my guy Woogie, the Woogie Act. Oh, yeah, in the building. Salute, brother. Andios NYK is here. Salute. What's good?
Andios.
Said hit that like, subscribe to the channel, and enjoy the show. And let me tell you another thing, guys. I know I say it a lot, but if y'all haven't tuned in and checked out Andios's Instagram, it's a fun place to be, man. He does some popping stuff on that. It's inspirational. Plus, he got some funny stuff he puts up. He does some really good stuff with the graphics and making things really fun and enjoyable, man. You know what I mean? So show some love to Andios NYK on Instagram.
Yeah, no doubt. He's having a lot of fun over there.
Yeah, he's having a good time. Mm-hmm. Shout out to JJ in the building. Salute. He says, salute Ron and John. What's good, fellas? You know, well, today is Ron and Eru, but I see where you was going, JJ. Appreciate you, bro. 713 game in the building. What up, Fliggity? He said, we back up in it, boys. And, you know, shout out to you, bro. Thank you for always tuning in and showing love and for being a Still Knick Fans member. Appreciate you. L, damn it, is in the building. What up, L? Thank you for being a Still Knick Fans member. Part of the SKF Army, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Thank you. Good to see you, L. She said, let's go. My guy Slim Slammer in the building. Who got the keys to the Beamer? Oh, what up? Let's go. Knicks, he says. What's going on, Slim Slammer? Yeah, listen to L. She's telling you right there. Listen, smash that like button if you haven't already done so. Show your love for the show. Nick Yak in the building. Salute, Nick Yak. He said, told you McBride is backup point guard and Kolek is both ahead of Payne. And Huckporty and Scott are the backup centers. That's what Bagley is now saying, I guess. Or Ian Begley is saying now. I hear you. Okay, I didn't hear about the second part. I didn't hear about Huckporty and Scott. But we'll see if they're going to do center by committee. We'll see. We'll chop it up and talk about it.
Right?
Yeah. Shout out my guy Knicks 100. What's going on, bro? Good to see you. Glamour Knicks in the building. What's going on? Good to see you.
Glamour Knicks.
Yeah, and chill.
Flossy.
Take it easy with that ice cream. I know that's she was talking on X about getting into the ice cream pretty heavy. Relax. It can get you.
Ice cream is good, man.
Yeah, you telling? I want ice cream right now. Shout out to Sherwin. What's going on, Sherwin? He said good night. All Tyler Kolek gets the backup PG spot. Is that coming from Tibbs? I mean, Tibbs has been there at every summer league game, if I'm not mistaken. He sees the kid, so I don't know. I'm sure they ain't gonna just say something without talking to him about it. So I guess keep Bates-Diop. Knicks don't be dumb. Okay. All right, let's go. Pew pew. JM3 in the building. Salute. What's good? Yeah, Ron and Eru. Yeah, yep. Victor Rivera in the building. Salute, guys. What's going on, Victor? Sha Power is in the building. What up, Sha? Appreciate you, my brother. One half of the Knicks Real Talk crew. Him and Divine. Please show them some love on YouTube whenever you get a chance. Hit that like button, subscribe, all that good stuff if you can. Yeah. All right. Old Head is in the building. Salute, Old Head. What's good? Appreciate you. We got Shoquan in the building. He said, "Hey, my boy, are you related to Ron Cleveland or nah?" Nah, I just, sometimes I get that mannerism of man, but nah, there can only be one, man. Nah, he's a good dude, man, and I like to say, somebody that I always respected and kind of looked up to before I got into the space. I used to watch his show as well, but yeah, we're not related though. Killerado in the building. What up, Wood? Appreciate you. He said, "What up, Mind Hunter?" Gamer tag. I'll put it down. Don't play. College football is out. Watch it. Hit him up in the building. What's good? Salute. And we got Mets, Knicks fans. Let's go in the building. Salute. Appreciate you. Salute, guys. Have a great show. Thank you, man. Thank you. All right. Where do we begin? Well, first off, let me start with this news. So did you hear about that already, Eru, about Huck Porty and Scap being like the pieces on the rotation, like the center by committee type thing?
Yeah, I heard about it, man. But I mean, what's the rotation? The 15-man rotation? So as soon as I heard it, I got annoyed with it. But then you see Ian Bagley, he tried to like ether one of those, like somebody that commented on the thing. He tried to ether him. But I see other fans too, like say on Nick of Time show, they ask the same thing. They say, "Listen, man, I hit, you're saying this, but what about Deuce? What about this guy? So what, how big is the rotation? Tom Thibodeau doesn't play more than 9 guys,
So I did see what you're talking about, and I think he tried to clean it up and said that these are the guys that are on the depth chart, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to get the rotational minutes. So even though
say nothing.
Yeah. So in essence, Kolek might be right behind Brunson in status as far as the backup point guard, but Deuce may still be first off the bench before Kolek and may play more minutes than Kolek. So, I don't know. I don't know.
We just have to wait and see, man. Because I mean, training camp is not until how many months from now? So come on, man.
Yeah, we got a while.
Yeah, we got a while before we start getting rotation stuff in there.
Yeah, so I wouldn't go too crazy into it just because the one thing we knew is that Kolek was going to make this team. How he was going to play, or if he was going to get a two-way, or if they were going to, we know they signed them outright, so he got a nice contract. He's making good money, and you would expect that he's going to sit on the bench. If they needed him, they can go to him. But I don't know. On Tibbs rotation, you know how it is, Eru. You know how he does with his rotations.
Once upon a time, like Dennis Smith Jr. was supposed to have been our starting point guard leading up into the thing. The next thing you know, he gets traded, and then we have Derrick Rose on the roster, and the rest is history with that. So I mean, a lot can happen between now and then. So we can't be solidifying rotations in the in the middle of the summer. It's kind of ridiculous.
I agree. So if you guys are just joining, we are talking about the Knicks rotation, and there was an announcement, through Ian Begley. Well, let me put it up so you guys see what it was. Basically, shout out to SNY Knicks videos. Said Tyler Kolek is currently the Knicks backup point guard ahead of Cameron Payne. People familiar with the matter tell SNY's Ian Begley. The Knicks were thrilled to get Payne last week. He signed for a veterans minimum deal. At the moment, he is viewed as the third lead guard behind Kolek, who had a very strong summer league. Based on current projections after Payne signing, Miles McBride is in the Knicks' regular rotation. So to play Kolek, Thibodeau would need to expand his rotation to 10 players. So the minutes are not guaranteed, but he is basically what they're trying to also tell you is that they view Miles McBride more as an off guard or two guard and Kolek more as a backup point guard. So
what did they view Dante DiVincenzo? Because at the moment, Dante DiVincenzo is coming off the bench too. So, how many guards are you coming off the bench with?
Yeah, I don't know. This is going to be an interesting rotation. And unless the Knicks, acquire another big man to come off the bench that might be able to also start if need be, Knicks are probably going to be a small team. So
let's say if they do get a decent backup, center or whatever. So I mean, now you got a backup center, and then you're gonna have 3 guards, and then you got Josh Hart, who's also basically a guard, 6'5" guy, and then guys are mentioned Bates-Diop too. So now you're talking about 11 guys, so like the more you dig into it, you literally get into 12, 15 man rotation. That's not happening.
Yeah, so, it's definitely not happening.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be, I wouldn't be surprised if he went 10 though. I could see him going 10. I think the whole thing, like, we know who Tibbs is. We know he's a creature of habit. We know he's stubborn with his rotations, but we also know that Tibbs is only that way because he's used to having this many players he can rely on. But if you give him more players, there's nothing wrong with him saying, I'll add one more to the mix. We'll go 10. But,
right.
That 10th man gotta do their job. He has to be able to depend on them. And if they don't, he'll easily chop that and it'll be 9-man rotation again.
But right to your point there, man. Right now it's July. We're talking about September, October, when they really start to get into like the meat and potatoes of meeting up, having mandatory or non-mandatory practices and that type of thing. So you can't pencil in a guy that never played an NBA game and talk about he's the backup point guard. It doesn't make sense to me. And then just to put some respect on Cameron Payne's name. Cameron Payne has averaged double figures in this league, and he's been the backup point guard to Chris Paul in a year where they won 64 games. So Cameron Payne is not like some bum off the street that they just like a nobody. That guy has actually played meaningful minutes in this NBA and actually played really well. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, whether or not he's a third string point guard or the second string point guard or whatever it is, man, we have some good players, and I just think training camp will solve everything. Just like Bates-Diop, Diop, whatever. Nobody was talking about Precious when we traded for him. Now all of a sudden, oh man, we need to get Precious back, right? So wait till you see Diop play. Then people are gonna be like, oh wow, he's got to play too. So what can you do? It's a lot to talk about between now and then.
That's fair. That's a fair point. I'm with you on that. Yeah. Shoquan said, yeah, we love Ron. Tell him to do one more year on the podcast. Yeah, we'll see, man. Everybody be trying to hit Ron up to do it.
Yeah, but much respect to Ron because he gave up all this podcast and stuff because it was interfering with his ministry. So that's a something that's lost in that sauce there, man. So big respect to him, man, because that takes a lot because when you're doing this stuff, you have your dream, you know what I'm saying, but you also have a calling too. So you have to put priorities, where they belong, so respect to Ron, man, wherever he's at right now.
Yeah, 100%. Hey, appreciate you, Shah. Thank you, brother. Yeah, man. So Sherwin says, normally I tend to agree with Vegas. They have the Knicks as a 51.5 win team. They're just haters. I see 60 wins this season. Whoa, hold on. No, I'm not trying to get on you, Sherwin, but I'm just shocked that's a lot of optimism from you. 60 wins ain't that's a lot. That's a good amount. I'm surprised.
60 wins is a lot, man. I see 60 wins too. I can't front. After what we've been through, we weren't healthy and stuff like that. So if this year we can get healthy and just get into like a coast, like this year, I could see us winning 60 wins. That's something to really push for.
Yeah, I could definitely see. I mean, because the thing is, if the Knicks are healthy and just can get into their game and get on a roll, they could definitely roll off some victories, man. So it's a possibility. I'm gonna go on the safe side this year, and probably it's too early, but I'm probably gonna be predicting around 55. But we'll see.
Yeah,
You know,
51 is pretty safe also. I
yeah,
use the Liberty as an example too, because Liberty last year they went to the finals. They had the ups and downs last year, but this year they're showing up to games with two of their starters out, religiously, and they still whipping teams full strength, so
Liberty look good, man.
yeah, so it's just the continuity word, but this year I think the Knicks will have a little bit of that, this year. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, yeah, I'm with you on that. I just want to tell everybody thank you guys for helping us, as L had said in the chat. I don't know if you guys saw, we are on the road to 3K. And we appreciate all your help, guys, with that. You guys liking the show, subscribing, it definitely makes a difference. I don't know if you guys noticed, but even your super chats, buying a coffee, that money that you put towards the show helps the show grow and helps the show be better. I told you guys before, I'm going to try to put back as much as I can into the show to make it look better, to make it appeal more to you guys and as well as myself, because I want things to be better as well. So first step is the camera. We got a new camera. I don't know if you guys can tell, it's looking kind of crispy to me, you know what I mean? It's looking good, so I don't have to complain about the camera so much anymore. It's finally we looking good, and it's definitely a high upgrade. So I appreciate you guys for supporting the show and everything you guys have done and continue to do. Like I said, it's gonna be put back into the show. I will do more things as we go forward. It might take a little more time, but we'll get new stuff, mics and whatever. It is what it is. But I just want to say thank you to everybody. Also, as far as where we're at on the road to 3K, we are currently sitting at 2,792 subscribers, y'all. So y'all are definitely doing it. It keeps growing. So thank you guys for subscribing. Like I said before, tell your auntie, tell your nana, tell your gardener, tell your dog walker, tell your principal, tell your teacher, tell anybody. Let's go, baby. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. It's the road to 3K right now. And then we're on our way to 5K for the once the end of the year hits. So appreciate you guys so much. Once again, thank you. All right, let's get back into it.
Well, if I could segue on that too, I'm almost at 3,000 also on my channel too. So do the same
you
thing
see
for
what
me
I'm
too,
saying?
guys. Hit the
You know
subscribe
what I
button.
mean? Come on, y'all. All we got to do is keep glowing and growing, baby. Go support Die Hard Eru. I mean, listen, it takes you 2 seconds. You can even open up another browser right now if you're on a PC or whatever. Click on Die Hard Eru, hit that like button, hit subscribe. You know what I mean? If you haven't subscribed already, show them some love, man. We a family over here.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
So yeah, man. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. So that being said, we are at a point where we're not there yet, because there's still a little question mark on what the Knicks might do to address the backup center. But if they do, then we will really be there, right? And I like to call it the dog days of the offseason, because there's nothing else to do. There's nothing to talk about. Your team is what your team is. There's no summer league. You just got to wait until training camp and practice and see how it all shakes out. So we're getting close to that, guys. We're going to find out if the Knicks make a move over the next, because I've heard that, other people that have been in the chat have said, watch the Knicks. They might do something around August 5th, August 6th, because they're able to move certain pieces. So we got to see. We got to see what happens. They might do something. Do you have a feeling that might happen? Because a lot of things happening, around the league happen a little later into the offseason. And some people are even talking like Kolek is a hot commodity right now. Nobody's safe.
Yeah, Knicks got to do what they got to do to win. Right now, we're coming we're talking about 50 to 60 wins next year. It's like no joke. So the Knicks gotta go. We can't be playing games with certain things on the roster. Like if we have an opportunity to make the team better, we just got to do it at this point, because our window is open now. We have to go for it. So I can see it, right after summer league. I was kind of expecting something to happen during summer league, but definitely beginning of August, I could see that, and then there's a couple other points to say, like September, and then just leading into training camp also too. There's always moves to be made. So We'll see what happens.
I agree. It's just a wait and see, man. But like I said, I'm already totally happy and excited with this current Knick team. I like where we're at. I like where they're going. I like the fact that we've got a lot of options that we've never had before. When we people have been talking about it, but it's just crazy to think of how much of a change this Knick team has undergone. We went from not being able to get a point guard to getting a great point guard, and then getting a really good, possibly once he gets into the NBA, we still got to see a really good backup point guard possibly. And then also we had the whole thing with Rokas being another option. I have since heard that Rokas is in contract negotiation talk with an international team right now.
Tel Aviv, I think.
Tel Aviv, because I think Rokas sees the right. It's just bad timing. There's just not a spot for Rokas right now, and definitely not for what he wants. I mean, we don't look at it as fans because we just think, oh, we got so many different options. He'll make the team. We'll figure out how to. No, Rokas is the type. He wants to be a part of the team. He don't want to just sit on the bench. So, I got to respect that for the young man. How did you feel about what you saw from Rokas in the summer league, bro?
I just think the summer league is like a glorified street ball game. It's just like it's almost like it literally is like any summer league game that you see in New York City. Really, just a bunch of pros put together on the team. Not really much practicing going on. You guys are just kind of showing up and just playing, and that's kind of hard to assimilate for somebody that's coming from playing organized ball. He's playing for Lithuania, leading the Lithuania team, so that's a big deal. He gave Team USA problems. He gave Germany problems and during the FIBA tournament and stuff like that too. So he's used to playing high level basketball. So he didn't really play all that great in the beginning, but he started to get comfortable at the end because now you see how it is, and then you can get loose and do your thing and stuff. So it is what it is. I thought he played okay.
Yeah,
he definitely earns that contract in Maccabi Tel Aviv because that's one of the major clubs in the world as far as basketball. So he earned that to get that opportunity.
Yeah. 100%. I agree with you on that. Like he just, he looks like he's a ball player. You know what I mean? He looks like he's a professional ball player. He can only get better. Like the competition is good over there, but NBA competition is different. So it would take him a little while to get acclimated to his style of game and how fast the game is over here. But he could do it. And I think, after a full year or so being here, I think the next year 2, he would look really good over here. But that time just hasn't been able to
he's pretty big too. He's like 6'5".
Yeah, he's like 6'4.5". Yeah, he's good size.
He has like some muscle to him also,
Yeah. He needs a better haircut, but other than that, he's
got a young boy haircut, the taper fade with the curly hair on top. He's just trying to ride the wave and stuff.
Yeah. He's good though. He's good. Shout out to D Block in the building. What's going on, bro? He says salute everyone. Die hard Ebro, my brother Ron. What's good? Good to see you, bro. Hit him up says at this point he'll rather roll with Sims as the backup center. He paid his dues. I mean, look. I don't know, man. Look, whatever Sims is doing in this offseason is going to be really important for him. All right, it's going to showcase something different that Thibodeau can see. But I think for Tibbs, all Tibbs really wants is for him to run the sets and listen to his instruction and read the defense. Like the thing with Sims is sometimes he finds himself in the wrong spot, or like he doesn't anticipate stuff. And Tibbs wants him to learn how to anticipate, like what the defense is doing, where to be on offense, if you need to be a certain place to set a pick so that he sets good picks, but, just understanding how to flow in the offense without someone telling, you have to kind of start, as you play in this league, you got to start anticipating what you need to do. And I think sometimes Sims just, he's slow to get it. How do you feel about Sims?
Yeah, I agree with that. He's always a step slow and everything. A lot of times he'll make a move, and you see him pause for a second, then he's like, oh, because he was supposed to do something, but he forgot. And how many times have you seen guys pull him to the side? Like during the game, they got to get in his face and be like, listen, man, we need you to do the X, Y, Z. When he gets to the bench, somebody's always next to him. Yo, man, this is what you did. He's kind of like not a distraction, but like when you got a team this good, it's over. We're over that already. You have to be able to do the job. So I don't know if he'll ever be able to get it. like did that trainer. I keep forgetting his name. He's a good trainer. So it's one thing to teach guys moves in the gym by himself with nobody in the gym. There's a whole nother situation when you got like 10 bodies running around,
Right.
making plays, running around, going back screens and having to rotate and communicate and do all that. It's a whole different ball game than just shooting around in the gym.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. It's true. I hope that. But listen, as I've said before, I hope for the best for Sims. Like I like what he can bring to the table. Like he's got great leaping ability. You see some of the video of him working on his shot. The touch, the form looks good on the shot. Whether he can keep that touch is what really matters because it's practice. Everybody looks good in practice, but when the defense is running at you, will you panic and start to shoot crazy, or can you keep that same form together? Because that the best thing, and that's something I think as fans we know this, but as young kids, if you're watching the game, maybe you don't realize it's about repetition. That's what changes. A regular guy like me from playing in the YMCA gym to an NBA player like Dante DiVincenzo. The repetition and the form to be able to. It's not even necessarily always about being able to hit a shot. It's about your release point. Being able to duplicate the same release point over and over. That's what makes the shots keep going in. And people have problems with that. It ain't easy. That's why these guys are special. Because they can keep doing it. Steph Curry is a wizard at that. His form don't change. So to the point that he can just shoot and look away. Like, come on, that's crazy.
Yeah, but talent is talent. Everybody in the NBA has some kind of talent. But to play a team game, to fit into a role, to sacrifice what you think you can do or what you can do. Let's say like say Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson is at the tip of my tongue, man. The guy shoots 3-point shots in all season. Yeah, we know you can shoot the 3-point shots, but what the team needs you to do is stuff that centers do. You know what I'm saying? Before you can start shooting threes and stuff like that, we need you to master the other things. So same thing with Sims. Like if you look at YouTube, that there's a old video of him and his high school coaches and stuff, and they were talking about how good he is, finishing with both hands and stuff like that. So he's always had the ability to do well in like a practice setting. But you have to be able to duplicate that. In a real game, situation. So, it's up to him. Basketball is like 90% like mental, so he got to figure that out.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. Shout out to Old Head in the building. What's good? So I can see Kolek playing JV and getting called up for varsity games. Yeah. I mean, listen, they're going to keep him busy. You know what I mean? They're going to do the same thing that they did with Deuce. I think maybe the first year Deuce was here, he might have been on a 2-way contract. But after that, they signed him to the real deal. And he just, they just sent them down because they didn't want to because when you do 2 ways, guys are committed to playing about 40 games, I guess, in the G League. But when you just have them signed to a contract, you could just send guys back and forth. I remember they used to send Deuce down to the G League on a Thursday and have him back up by Saturday or Sunday. Like, they just bring him back and forth, him and Sims. So I think they'll do the same type of thing with Kolek probably to keep him fresh.
He'll definitely be ready though. The guy has we were talking about confidence. That dude is super confident, man. But the thing is, you have to get into the grind. He has to just pay his dues and wait his turn. And he'll get a chance definitely. But there's plenty of other guys on the roster that we have like Deuce. He's gonna have to fight Deuce in practice. He's gonna have to fight a lot of guys. So it is what it is.
And he's not perfect. He's not perfect. His defense is still like, we got to see what that is. And Deuce just has enough of an all-around game that he's just way more valuable than Kolek at the moment. I mean, Kolek does add something that the Knicks need. They do need a playmaker. It's nice to have that. But I don't know if I would sacrifice Deuce. Like I got to have both these guys working in tandem to get it. We need Deuce. Let me tell you something. Deuce is a good defender. And those shots that he was making in the playoffs, you can't get that, bro. Those were big.
Yeah. Like I said, just a wait and see, man, because both guys are valuable. The defense alone, this guy Deuce can break games open, just coming in there, causing havoc, locking guys up, finishing, on fast breaks and that type of thing. But, like you said, we do need a playmaker. So Kolek does have an opportunity. But, the campaign ain't going to lay down for them. He's going to be ready to play too. So, that's a healthy thing to have. You got to have depth on the roster. you need, to me, in order to, especially in this day and age, you need like 4 guards. You need 4 point guards, like 4 legit guys that can play point guard on your team, because things happen, injuries happen. Just some guys need breaks and stuff like that. So I having 4 guards, really good guards, is excellent. To have in the NBA.
Yeah, agreed. Shout out to Morning Brew Sports Network in the building. Salute to all of y'all, man. My guy Jigga, Hector, Phil, Eddie. Appreciate all you guys, man. Everything you guys do. And shout out to my guy Hector, man. I don't know, listen, if y'all follow Morning Brew Sports and Hector and his journey from everything from doing For the Love of the Game and then doing the solo stuff when he was just doing Yankee coverage by himself, and then how it's transcended to Morning Brew. Dude, Hector looks great. He's lost a lot of weight. He's in great shape. He looks fantastic. So shout out to you, Hector, for doing the damn thing, brother. I know it ain't easy.
He's in his bag too. You can see his personality showing out more. He's getting real comfortable. So, God bless him, man. He's there. He's there. So
yeah.
Look forward to seeing him doing a lot more things out there.
Yeah, he's fantastic, man. Shout out to him, man. They're all doing great stuff. Yeah. Appreciate you guys. Let's see here. There was somebody that said something. Yeah. So this is where I get a little confused, bro, because I know we need him, but it's kind of like he's an afterthought with all this other talk. Knicks 100 was bringing up Diop was a steal. How do you feel about Bates-Diop? Because I kind of feel like he could be a good, and I think that's part of the reason why the Knicks are in the situation where they're like, I don't know, Precious. You know what I mean? I feel like Diop is the reason why they can hold off. Like Diop is Precious. Like I don't, you know what I mean? So how do you feel about him?
Yeah, I mean, we need to save money. That's the thing too. We're spending a lot of bread, so we need to get these little guys on the roster that we can cheat. Getting a Diop is a cheat code. Getting Kolek is a cheat code. We're getting these guys for like minimal salary right now, while we're paying guys like OG all this major money and stuff like that. Julius Randle going to get paid too. So if we're going to pay everybody, we have to be able to cheat getting these guys. And Diop is a good player. He's not going to blow the world away. But let's say if Julius Randle was hurt, we could stick Diop out there, and I think we'll be fine. Just the way Precious was out there, they're like in the same boat where he's good enough to be in a rotation, but there's something missing. That's the reason why Tom Thibodeau was afraid to play Precious in the playoffs. Consecutively. After he basically won a game for us, against Philadelphia, he didn't play the next 2 games. So it's like, Tom Thibodeau don't trust him. So I mean, getting a guy like Diop. We'll see how that plays out, but Diop is a friend to what's his name, to Brunson. They came up in Chicago together, during the high school ranks too. So that's interesting also. So
nice. Yeah, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, there's a lot of connections. They came up in the same draft, so there's a lot of connections with a lot of the players on the roster. So that's all good news. That's all good news.
Oh man, look at that. Shout out to our guy, man, Jay Boogie. What's going on, my brother? Appreciate you. Hope you're doing well, man. Miss you, man. You've been kind of quiet in these streets, man. I haven't really seen you. I know you've been taking a break and, enjoying your summer with work and family and everything, traveling and stuff. Yeah, miss you on the shows, bro. We haven't seen you in a minute popping up. So I know you in the kitchen cooking up some heat. I think I saw a message. I apologize. I didn't see it until a little while ago. Think you sent me something. So if anything, I'll have that ready for you guys. You may hear it already somewhere else, but I'll have it ready by Saturday's show. So we'll definitely cook that up for you, Jay Boogie. Appreciate you, bro. He said, good evening to my family, blessings, health, and happiness. Big ups to Ron learning us about the ledge. And what more can I say? Mr. Eru, aka the Marley Marl of the podcast. Jay Boogie always got away with
drop
worlds.
Of a dime, baby. Right? I get the reference. Ready to pop in at the drop of a dime.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you, Jay Boogs. Mm-hmm. Building Blocks is in the building. What up, Building Blocks? He says, I don't see campaign signed with the New York Knicks and not being assured playing. Oh, okay. I don't see campaign signing with New York Knicks and not being assured playing time in some way. Kolek is not going to get burned this season. Cam has a 1-year deal. Kolek will be acclimated after next season. Well, yeah. I see what you're saying, and I kind of agree with you, but I do say that I think Kolek is going to find himself in a special rookie place, all right? So you guys might be like, well, what are you talking about, Ron? I mean, you know how Tibbs is. Yes, but there was one rookie that got a little bit more love than everybody else under Tibbs, and his name was Emmanuel Quickly. So, and I'm not saying Kolek's going to get that same amount of love because we got more players here now. I'm just telling you, I wouldn't be surprised if you see Kolek a little bit more than you think. Not too much, but I think he's going to get a little love because he might be in that special spot, that special place in Tibbs' heart. We don't know. If the defense is lax and he's giving up too much, then, you know, there goes that. But we'll see.
Yeah, I mentioned that earlier. Like IQ literally got this guy Dennis Smith Jr. traded. He literally got him traded as soon as but like I said, that didn't play out until training camp. Once the preseason kicked in and whatever, you saw Dennis Smith, he gave him a chance, and then when Quickly came in, Quickly immediately was playing really good. So next thing you know, Quickly was like one of the first guards called off the bench once the season started. You know what I'm saying? So Tibbs will play if you're good. So it just depends how things play out,
Yeah, that's why training camp is going to be really important. Listen, if training camp happens and Deuce is giving Kolek the business because Kolek can't stop him, or campaign is cooking him, Tibbs is going to notice that. All the coaches are going to notice that and be like, okay, young fella is good, but he ain't ready yet. I can only trust him in certain spots. But on the flip side, Kolek might go out there and serve these dudes up, might, be getting all fancy with the passes and seeing stuff on the court that, Deuce may not be able to, commit to and handle, or that campaign actually is like what I remember campaign with Phoenix, and I kind of like them as a guard. So it's not like he can't do it. But Kolek is going to have to show out in that regards and give them something that they're missing, because they are automatically going to be missing that without having iHeart here, because iHeart did help them move the ball around and make things a little easier. So, we'll see how it all goes. But you can know one thing. Tibbs is like an old watch. It don't really change that much. He's going to stick to his style.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's wild. I don't know about that one. Knicks will be 2025-26 champs, says Knicks 66-16. Damn. I don't know about that. That's uncharted territory right there.
That would make them like the greatest Knicks team.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, I'll be happy with it, but I don't know if I can see that. Not quite yet. Look, give me 55 wins and a top seed. You know what I mean? No, first off, the Knicks are at the point now where they're no less than a 3 seed. Okay, I would like to have 2, but if you can give me 1, I'm rocking with it. But yeah, I'm just saying 55 or more, I'm cool with it. I don't need 66. That's 11 more wins. That's, you know what I mean? Like when you get into that range of 66 wins, that means guys ain't getting rest down the stretch. Like you winning games, you're trying to play. No, I need guys to get rest, be right for the playoffs. So, 55, 60. All right, them last six wins, we can kind of mess around, and Brunson can sit on the bench. Kolek can get a little love. You know what I mean? Like, let's relax.
Yeah, but if Kolek is so nice that he could be our backup point guard,
we might win with them. You're right. I know.
We might end up winning 80 games this year. You never know.
I hear you, bro. Shout out to Nick P in the building. What up, Nick P? He said, salute, guys. Eventually a move will be made and the picture will be clear. 55 wins. LOL. I hear you.
Yeah.
That's cool. Nick Yak in the building says Payne is playing Rose last year role sitting. Payne is playing Rose's last year role sitting. Oh, I don't know, bro. I think listen, I will say this, and once again, shouting out Eru for what he said. As fans, we don't like campaign. All right. It is what it is. He's annoying. He's a gnat. He's just one of those you don't like him, but he's on our team now. So that annoying play and the way he is, the way he knows how to run a team. Like I'm telling you, I used to be mad, right? When I used to watch Phoenix and campaign wouldn't get the love that I thought he should get at the point guard spot. Once they got Chris Paul, they just kind of like threw campaign to the wayside. And I'm like, yo, he's better than that. So I think that, listen, campaign is a fighter and he's gritty. So he's just enough to really get into, like, he's a professional. So he knows how to, like, he's going to be watching training camp and say, oh, okay, I see what that kid did. All right, let me show this kid a little something. And that's the type of stuff that sticks out to coaches. So don't be surprised.
Yeah, he's going to be a leader for us. If anything, we're definitely going to need his energy. He brought, even against Phoenix. I don't know why, not Phoenix, Philadelphia, against Philadelphia. I don't know why they didn't use him sooner. But as soon as they put campaign in the game changed. It put the pressure back on the Knicks. I think he came in and he hit like 3 straight threes or whatever. Whatever it was when he came into the game, he changed everything when he came in there. Changed the whole look of the whole Philadelphia 76ers, man. So I mean, I just want to say for like four seasons that he played for Phoenix, man, he averaged 9.8, which is basically 10 points per game, 4.2 assists, almost a steal. As far as the shooting percentages, he shot 38% from three. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, the guy could play. He could run a team, and this is all in 20 minutes per game. So that was a couple years ago. That was in 2020 through 2023. So that was right around the corner where he was literally doing that for a major team that won 64 games one year. I mean, he's a good player. He's a good player.
Yeah, no, 100%. I agree with you on that. So we're talking, and somehow we got into prognosticating, big words. Talking about win totals and stuff. But since y'all brought it up, it kind of plays into what I was going to put up on the screen next anyway. So, we got the way too early stuff that starts to happen. And so right now we got the way too early power rankings brought to you by NBC Sports. And they've got the Knicks. Look where they got the Knicks in the power rankings, y'all. Check this out. Boston, number 1. Oklahoma City, number 2. That's iHeart's team.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Minnesota Timberwolves, number 3. And the Knicks, number 4 in the entire NBA. So that basically tells you the Knicks would be number 4 in the entire NBA and number 2 in the Eastern Conference. So that's where they got the Knicks. Then they got the Dallas Mavericks 5, Philadelphia 6, Denver 7, Milwaukee 8, Indiana 9, and Memphis 10. With that's hoping that they have a healthy Ja Morant, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this is what the too early power rankings looks like according to NBC Sports. Huh? What do you think about that, Eru?
I think that's pretty fair. I would call it the same way. Just from what OKC did without the players that they added, because not only did they add iHeart, they added what's the dude, the guard from the Bulls. They added what's Money's name? Well, I mean, they added good players that fits what they're trying to do there. So then same thing with Minnesota. They're gonna be who they are. The Dallas Mavericks, they added a couple good players too. They added Klay Thompson, to a team that went to the finals. So I mean, I think it's right on brand there. The Knicks made their moves. We're right where we were supposed to be. I agree with that. Alex Caruso, there you go, True and Living.
Alex Caruso, right? Yeah. I mean, yeah. This makes sense to me. I could see it playing out this way. And I definitely do think Philadelphia is going to be a team that's going to have a good run. They always do every year, no matter what their team looks like. They always do pretty good in the regular season, except this past year was the worst, but a lot of that had to do with health and guys getting hurt. But other than that, they usually always find that they're a really good regular season team. Denver is going to be there. It's interesting to watch how Denver has dropped down in a lot of people's eyes, after what happened in the playoffs. Milwaukee, look at Milwaukee. Look where they're at. Like they were one of the perennial top teams. But there's been some question marks about their team altogether, and plus their health. Like Damian Lillard getting hurt, and then Giannis and stuff. So this is interesting though. But I definitely like it, and this makes sense to me because Oklahoma City, man. Listen, what they did this past year was surprising. I think they've made some nice moves to make their team even more well-rounded. So I expect them to be one of the top teams in the West once again. And here, this is basically saying they're expected to be the top team in the West. So, and Minnesota is right behind them. We'll see. It's all interesting. All pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
AP said Quentin Grimes got a beard. That's interesting. I'm gonna Google that right now.
Wow. So Shah says Tyler Sims, Bates, sign and trade, Precious plus RJ trade exception for Clint Capella.
Clint Capella.
How do you feel about Clint Capella?
He's basically Mitch Robinson. He's basically what people think Mitch Robinson is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, guys, but Clint Capella he's he doesn't bring anything else that we don't have, but he'll be doubling down what we do have. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. I mean, I know people don't want to hear this, but it's also because of Mitch being hurt. He's basically a more consistent version of Mitch.
Right.
That's what he is.
He's a better rebounder too, man. He gets, for all everybody keeps talking about Mitch's offensive rebounding, which is fine, but Clint Capella could do it both, and he's guaranteed to give you 10 rebounds per game. Not a maybe 10 rebounds or eventually once he finally is healthy, he'll get 10. Clint Capella brings that every single night. He's been doing that for a lot of years. So, if we was to get Clint Capella, I think it'd be cool. But I mean, what's the trade? Is there a trade posted already?
No. The Shah. I don't know if this is Shah saw it somewhere else or this is one he came up with. It would be Kolek, Sims, and Bates-Diop sign and trade with Precious. With the RJ exception that we got, for Clint Capella. So it'd be 4 players.
I mean, it could happen. That's what's gonna take us. I think that's what's gonna happen. They're looking to do a sign and trade with Precious. I think that's what's gonna happen. That's what we did. I forgot totally about the other guy that we had that we picked up that we used in that trade recently. What's the guy's name that we got from Philly? The guard. Keep thinking about his name. But I forgot
man, I just about to say it.
Somebody in the chat's gonna put it, man. But I forgot we had him on the roster, but we used him in the sign and trade to make something happen, man. So I mean, I could totally see us doing that with Precious. From what I understand, I think we got like $13 million. Yeah, Shake Milton, I think Shah. But I think we got like $13 million to play with, but we can only do that if we make a trade, whatever. So signing and trading, that's exactly what it is there. That's what we have to do.
Yeah, because what I heard was like we got a little bit of money, like when we're talking about a little bit, like maybe a million or 2 million on the side or whatever. But and then we have the mid-level exception, right? The mid-level exception's value apparently can go up to as high as 12 point something million. But it depends on where your team is located and if you pay taxes and stuff. So for the Knicks, apparently our mid-level exception is around 5 million, 5 something. So maybe we have a little bit more money than I thought as far as on the side, like extra cash. But yeah, we don't have a lot.
Well, it's that apron, that apron. But I believe the only way to maneuver in those aprons is via trade. So that's why the sign and trade is so important for us. Because we can sign and trade for somebody and take back more salary. There's a certain percentage that we can go over. Right. So that's the loophole in how to get that extra player in here.
Yeah. That's true. Shout out to No Cap Life's analyst in the building. He said our new nucleus haven't played together and people want to push all the chips in. We haven't even made it to the conference finals. Let's see how all these pieces mesh before we push all our chips in. Yeah, I mean, I hear you, and I think the Knicks feel that same way. Like as you know how this Knicks team is. You know how Leon Rose moves. At this point, we all know that Leon Rose and the front office is very frugal. They're patient. They like to have a well thought out plan, have a backup plan if they can, and they're methodical with what they do, right? But they're also in a situation where this new apron stuff is forcing teams to be a little bit, and you know what it's like? It's like being in a draft. I don't know if you guys ever been in fantasy sports. Eru knows all about this. And you're in like a 14-team league, right? And you got the last picks. You got pick number 14. So that you got to pick 14th, and then there might be somebody that you want later, but because you pick 14th and it wraps around, you might have to take somebody early just because you don't want to lose out on not being able to get them. Well, that's how the Knicks is moving with this money and this cap situation. They know that once they hit that second apron, they are in trouble, right? So they got to kind of work and maneuver and stay under and still have some flexibility. But if they do go there, it's it. We're done. Kind of like Boston, where Boston's at. Like Boston is definitely going to be all up in that high apron action, but they got a championship team with really good players, so they don't care.
Yeah. Well, like what you mentioned flexibility. I think this Leon Rose, he loves to have like something that he can still maneuver around. You know.
Yeah.
You know, one name that I mentioned on my pod is what's his name? Oh my god, I'm like brain dead right now. Wendell Carter Jr. from Orlando, because Orlando they just signed two centers for $8 million a piece, and you know, to have two guys at that money plus Wendell Carter Jr. I think he's making 11 million. That's a lot of money, acclimated to the center spot. So I mean, Precious is already out there in Florida doing like fan events and that type of thing. So I mean, he can get signed and traded out there too, to Orlando for Wendell Carter Jr. I think that, like say to compare him to Clint Capella is like they just two different players. Clint Capella's not a 3-point shooter, but Wendell Carter can shoot threes and he can post up a little bit, can score a little bit. He can't really block shots like that, but he will defend, in a different way. So I mean, just to have a different contrast between the two players. You got Mitchell Robinson who does what he does, but then you could throw another player in there could do something a little different. I think, that's what I would like to do. Oh, you already got the queued up. Okay. All right, that's cool.
Yeah, I talked about him a little bit on Saturday. So
Okay.
I hear you. I'm with you on that. Yeah, Wendell Carter Jr., I mean, 11 points per game, 6.9 rebounds, 1.7 assists, 0.6 steals, 0.5 blocks. But, as at the ability, see, I think he's a really solid player. He's got a nice shot. He's also a pretty strong rebounder. But 52.5% from the field, 37.4 from three, as Eru was saying, he can shoot the rock from deep, and 69.4 from the free throw line, which is basically 70%, which is not horrible. That's pretty good. You would hope he can get it up, over the like 75 mark around there, but because he's different than a traditional big man, so he might be able to improve his shooting with that regards. But compare 70% to Mitchell Robinson's 38. So yeah. There's a difference there, folks. Yeah. So I like Wendell Carter Jr. The thought is interesting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And just so people know, because there was we talked about this on Saturday, but I just want you guys to see Clint Capella once again. People thought that Clint Capella fell off. No, he didn't fall off. Actually, he's still the same player, still double. This was his numbers from this past season. You can see the solid numbers, 57% from the field, 63% from the free throw line. It is what it is, but it's still better than 38%. But look, he's a double-double, like a legit double-double. It's there. And 1.5 blocks. Like, that's almost 2 blocks a game. That's solid either way, man. So just something to think about. These two guys are something that have to be considered. I don't know. The Knicks have so many different names that have been thrown out around their interests, like Clint Capella, Wendell Carter Jr. You're talking about, Walker Kessler, the dude from Charlotte, who I'm forgetting his name now. There's just all these different guys that could be on the Knicks radar. And the other guy that seems to be, talked about a lot too is not Vucevic, the guy from the Pelicans, the center. What's his name? European guy, I think. What is his name? Valanciunas.
He signed with a different team though. Valanciunas.
Oh, did he? I forgot. I always associate him with the Pelicans.
Yeah, he's been with the Pelicans for a minute, but I think he definitely did go to a different team. I'm trying to find out the other player that you had mentioned from Charlotte. Keep forgetting his name. So that's the problem with having two old guys on the show like this, man. You need like a young guy in our ears, like, come on, you old bastard. Well, it's Nick Richards. Nick Richards.
Richards, that's right. Nick Richards is another solid player, young, got a nice, good all-around game. The Knicks actually wanted to draft a player like him, or him specifically, but we just didn't have a pick when he was drafted. I think he went, if I'm not mistaken, I think he went right before. But whatever. Either way, he's a solid player, and the Knicks obviously, covet him. They think he's in high regard. So that's another guy. Like there's a lot of different guys out there that the Knicks could trade for if they want to part with the pieces. That's the thing.
Right.
You got to give up something.
Yeah, Valanciunas went to Washington. I just looked it up, but Pablo Dimas, he just put it in the chat too.
Okay. All right. Let's go through the chat a little bit. We at the 55-minute mark, so we at a good spot. We'll keep it going for a little bit longer, see what happens. But I want to just give a shout out to everybody. We got 307 people watching across all platforms today. Sorry, 310. Got 200 people on X and over 100 on YouTube. So shout out to all y'all. Please, once again, smash that like button if you haven't already done so. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the show if you like the content. We are here. I am chopping it up with my brother Eru today from Die Hard Knicks podcast. Please go show him some love on his platform on YouTube. It's Die Hard Knicks podcast. Hit that like, hit that subscribe for my guy.
Yeah. Tomorrow's my birthday.
Oh, damn it. I was just about to say that. I didn't want to, overwhelm you, but guys, listen. Wish my guy Eru a happy birthday. Tomorrow's his birthday. Come on, we get some fire emojis and happy birthdays in the chat. Show my guy some love, man. He an old fogey now.
I'm official now, man.
He came back like Jordan wearing the 4.5. What up, Eru? You in there now, baby?
Yeah, I can't believe. I actually have a 45 jersey in the stash here, man. So I mean, I might put it on.
I have to wear that tomorrow, bro.
It might look like Brazier because that thing is small of me now, boy. When I bought it, I was like 100 pounds lighter, man. So it's like, sheesh.
Damn, yeah, you might have to wear that as like a nice little tank top, but I don't know, you don't want the halter tops, man.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be like a freaking sports bra. I don't know, we'll see.
Oh man, but hey man, it's fun getting old, I guess. I'd rather be getting old than not be here. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, and not for nothing, all of us look good, man. I think that's all the freaking hydrant water we was drinking when we was kids, right?
Yeah. We gotta keep doing what we're doing because it ain't easy. It ain't easy.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that. Oh, interesting. Parrish said something. I know he's being facetious when he says it's funny. He said, shout out to you, Parrish. Appreciate you, bro. He says, is Tibbs going to be coach? No contract yet. Stock bench. Who wants to play? So, yeah, they still haven't done the Tom Thibodeau extension, but I'm not surprised. I think everything is a formality. It's just wait till the last minute. It's all about what money we need allocated for this and for that, and then we'll deal with Tibbs after. Once we know everything is set, it's done. Tibbs, this is your team. Here's the platter. You know what I mean? Like, then we'll figure out what money they want to give him, how many years they want to give him. I mean, not for nothing. Tibbs ain't no spring chicken. I think he's 69 or something like that. He's going to be 70. A 5-year deal is a 5-year. That takes him into 74, 70. I don't know.
Yeah, it would have to be like a lifetime achievement type of contract where, like I said, if they do sign him, like, once they move off of him, he'll just slide into a different position, like
right.
What they call a consultant or maybe some kind of front office job like that.
I wouldn't be surprised if they gave him a 5-year deal, though, to be honest, guys, because I know that's a lot in current terms of, not knowing what he can do, because there is pressure on Tibbs to win, right? Because now we're giving you the pieces. Can you get over the hump and get to the next level? So it's interesting to make an investment like 5 years for someone who you don't know can do that yet. But I just think now that Johnny Bryant left to go to Cleveland, there's nothing really behind him, like knocking on the door, pushing the timetable. Like Daddy Brunson is there, but Johnny Bryant was brought in here with the notion that he was going to get the keys, and he left. So Tibbs kind of could rock out for a minute.
Yeah, they got Daisuke though. Daisuke is like our summer league coach.
Yeah, 12-9 in career in summer league. By the way, shout out to Dice.
Yeah.
J. Terrence Ridge in the building. Salute. Precious needs to work on his jump shot. May not be wrong there. Shout out to you, J. Terrence. Let me see who else we got. G-Man 78 in the building. What up? He says, what up, fellas? Good to see you. Hey, listen to Elle. She's giving y'all the word. As y'all come in, smash that like button if you haven't already done so.
Everybody needs an L in their lives, man. She's like the kicking ass over there in the
let me tell you, man, she's my secret weapon. I try. I ain't letting y'all ain't stealing my L, man. I need my L. Shout out to her for definitely helping and supporting, man. Who is IB? What?
I'll be damned.
I don't know. I'm this is the old eyes. I feel like I'm losing something here. Yeah. But shout out to you, Dan. Says salute Ron Benjamin. Oh, Yeah, it's Dan Marrero. What up, Dan? My bad. I forgot you changed your name, but I don't necessarily know what this means, man. So, put it in the chat. What does this mean? How am I'm not spelling this out right. So what's going on, bro? Good to see you. Shout out to Georgie Ortiz. What up, Georgie? Good to see you. Hey, you like the new cam? This new cam is fire. Okay, all right. Yeah, we're looking good. Crispy. I don't want to zoom in so you can see my imperfections, Let's see here. D-Ras is in the building. D-Ras, what's going on, brother? Good to see you as always. I felt like there was somebody did I shout out Dripmore before? I don't remember. Shout out to you, Dripmore, because I saw your name, man. I wanted to make sure I give you some love, bro. Appreciate you, bro. Let's go. Dripmore in the building.
Quite a few people in the chat. A lot of love in the chat today.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of love in the chat. The chat is rocking, man. Maurice Walker is in the building. Salute, Maurice. Thank you for being here. I wonder if this is your first time in the chat. I'm not familiar, Maurice, but if this is your first time, thank you for being here. Hope you like the show. Smash that like button, and subscribe if you like the content. But if you're returning, good to see you again. Chris Connors, and don't mind me, guys, if I'm getting all choked up. I don't got nothing to drink here. Ron is always drinking.
Same for me, man. My cup is empty. I'm over here like,
I'm like, damn, this is like the Sahara right now,
Yeah, I hit the button a couple times because I was like gagging a little bit.
I'm like, yo. Shout out to Chris Connors in the building. Said Tyler Kolek and Dimitrios Kapentsev play very well together. Yeah, I think that has a lot to do with Tyler. Tyler is really good at that two-man game, and we haven't even really seen him really explored the pick and roll. They've done it here and there, but he looks really good playing with Skapentsev. He looked really good playing with Hukporty. He knows how to get the bigs to the spot and get them the ball. And he does something that a lot of our guards haven't really done, whereas he goes to the rim and goes up under the basket and gives the feed up under to get a quick, easy layup right up under the basket. That's something a lot of our guards don't do too often. So it's good to see that, as long as you don't get trapped. You get trapped and it's bad. It's a bad play. D. Coolis is in the building. What up, D. Coolis? Appreciate you.
Tyler Kolek is good at keeping guys on his hip, on his body, close enough to like draw the defense with him, lull them to sleep, and then kick it out to the shooter. He's good at that. Yeah,
that's a good point. Shout out to the Organic Fanatics show. Salute to all of my guys over there. 2 shots. Man, the new Knicks, Raul, and I'm missing I can see the G. Something G. You know who you are, my guy. Appreciate you too, bro. Yeah, what's up, yo? Please support that show as well, man. Organic Fanatics show on YouTube. Give them a like and subscribe. You know what I mean? This year is all about us all growing and glowing, man. Keep getting big, keep getting better, and keep coming out with more and more great content for everybody, man. Appreciate all you guys. I feel like this should say I be the one, you know what I mean? But I don't know what this says, Dan. He said 58 and 24. Okay. Whoa. Maurice Walker's another one. This ain't Know the Ledge, but if this was Know the Ledge, I would have to hit you with one of these, bro, because I don't know about that. You would definitely get one of these.
See if I know the ledge.
Because you jumping out the window with 66 and 16. I don't know about that. But hey, I'm rocking. If the Knicks do something like that, I wouldn't be mad. I would hope they still have enough left in the tank for the playoffs, man, because winning 66 games in a regular season is a lot.
Yeah. I'm talking about they literally would be the all-time greatest Knicks team.
Yeah, it would be crazy. Yeah, that's right. That's true. Good point. Yeah. Shout out to Parrish. He says, hey, Ron, Hukporty got way better as the games went on. I agree. He definitely did. He definitely did get better. And I definitely like the way he was. Oh, shoot, man. I forgot to send my guy the link. Oh,
who's that?
Rotten. Tony.
Oh, Tone? Yeah.
Yeah. Rotten, B. I'm rotten. My bad, bro. I don't know if he's still available to chop it up for a little bit, but his show is about to start in a little bit, so I don't want to.
Oh, he's still going to do a show tonight?
Yeah, he said he's gonna go at 10:30.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah. Damn. I'm rotten. My bad, Tony. If you're watching, I'm rotten, B. I got so caught up in the show, I forgot that you might be able to jump in for a little bit, my brother. I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out to D Buckets in the building. He said, "Can we get Mark Williams from Charlotte for Deuce and Duran for Deuce, or should it?" He said, "Or Duran for Deuce." I like Deuce, but center is a bigger need for us. Yeah. Mark Williams is the other guy. I forgot about him too.
Yeah, he's good.
Charlotte got two guys.
Gotta be careful though. You know, centers like Mark Williams and whatever. Like, how good are those guys? You know what I'm saying? It's just weird. Like, if you're gonna trade Deuce, you know, we got to make sure we use him for somebody that's decent. You know, because
Right,
I mean,
right.
yeah, like I don't know. That's another thing too. We might be like putting Deuce on a pedestal. Maybe he might not be as good as we think he is. You know, but I don't know. It's kind of like an undersized shooting guard, 6'2", you know, shooting guard. He's not really a point guard.
Agreed. Yeah, man. I think that's definitely the case. You know, we just got to make sure whatever we get is the right fit. Like the Knicks, and I don't like the fact that I'm watching some stuff like Knick. It's not Knick fans, it's more Knick haters. But there's a couple Knick fans that are listening. Don't think that we can't make some noise with this team right here. If we can't get the backup center that we want because we got to give up too much, don't think the Knicks can't get busy and do some stuff. You know, don't be shocked. I'm just saying, like, people are kind of downplaying our team all of a sudden.
The thing about it is like everybody thinks that Mitch Robinson is so good. They want to argue that point so much, but then they're crying for a backup center. So that means that Mitch Robinson is not it. You know what I'm trying to say? So if you think Mitch Robinson is good, then we can go into start the season now as Mitch Robinson as a center, and we should be great. If you think that he's so good, then we should be great then. You know what I'm saying?
That's
having Jericho Sims back in Mitch Robinson up should be enough. If you think Mitch Robinson is so damn good, you know?
Yeah, that's a good point. Shout out to AP. AP thinks 57 wins. I think they are a 96, 97 type team. Okay, I like you. I like what you're saying, bro. I like that. I like it. Appreciate you, bro. Good to see you. Ed Santana is in the building. Shout out to you, Ed. I think this is my first time seeing you in the chat. He says, "Salute, fellas. What's a realistic backup five we can go after?" I mean, I think we've been talking about a bunch of them already. And I think you have already a good feel. I mean, even like realistic wise, some of the names that have already been thrown out, but even the Wesley, you know, what the hell? Let me see. Is there anybody else I had here? I don't think I had anybody else here. Yeah, Wendell Carter, Clint Capella, Jalen Duran. Yeah, these are all guys that are realistic. It's Knicks can get all of these guys. I want you to know that. It's just do the Knicks want to give up whatever might be the asking price? Is the asking price too high? You know, that's the thing. That's what it's all about.
That's what's tough about it. You know, just signing Precious to me, I don't think it's enough because he's not really a center. You know, they got him boxed in as a center because I just don't understand why. Is it because he can't shoot the three well? Is that the reason why they're calling him a center? Because he's not a center. He's more of a power forward, small forward kind of.
Right. Yeah.
Nowadays, what classifies a center nowadays? Because I mean, people don't value post-up centers anymore. They don't value guys that could score on the inside. Only people care about is lob threats and shooting guys that can shoot threes. So what is a center in today's NBA game?
That's a good point. I mean, they do say that this year is going to be, you know, like not the year of the big man, but the year of the traditional big man is starting to come back with the, you know, everything that they learned from playing in these international competitions, and also the guys who shoot the threes. Like the 3-point game is changing a little bit. Like not everybody is you know, not everybody's team can execute it the way the Warriors did. Boston did this past year. But not everybody's able. So many different teams are trying to do it, and they're realizing we don't have enough shooters to be able to do it the same way these other teams are doing it. So sometimes, you know, going back the opposite way and doing something that will, as long as you have enough perimeter defense, if you can have some bigs that can, you know, really affect the game and on the interior, you got a good shot to do some stuff in the league. So, but you gotta build it right. Shout out to True and Living. Appreciate you from before. I know you said Alex Caruso because that's what you know we were thinking about. And guys, press that heart emoji. YouTube has these emojis on the side. Press the heart emoji if you haven't already done so, and show some love for the show. Appreciate you guys. Okay, let me just speed through. Some people in the chat, just say what's up to some people, because I want to, do a hard stop so that Tony Crow's show can get cracking. That's Knicks and Bruises, guys. So y'all can head right from over here on over to Nothing But Knicks channel and check out Tony Crow's Knicks and Bruises. German Hurtado. I said that all wrong. Herman Hurtado. I don't know. Sometimes, I'm afflicted today. I can't get it right. Shout out to you. Said pain. Appreciate you. B. Willis is in the building. Salute, B. Willis. Good to see you. Randu is in the building. What's going on, bro? Good to see you again. Jay Cause is in the building. Salute, Jay. We got Deron Wayne, a member of Still Knick Fans Army. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you for being here as always. Good to see you. Big Chino in the building. What up? Jalen Duren is it, B. Yeah, I mean, he's a nice player. We can get him. I mean, why not? And we had him, but we had to trade him because you guys know. You remember. It is what it is. Let me see. Pablo Demas in the building. Valanciunas went to Washington. Thank you for that. Appreciate you, Pablo. I know you said it earlier.
What do you think of Wiseman, man? Like, Wiseman was a top pick in the draft, and now he's just like an afterthought. Nobody gives a damn about him.
I don't know, man. A wise man once said, do not turn your back on a solid NBA player. Now, I think Wiseman is actually somebody the Knicks could have used. But I think that they didn't move quick enough on him. And maybe there's something about his game that they just weren't necessarily sure that he fit their style. I think he's starting to get better, like with the amount of time he was getting. He looked like he's starting to kind of get comfortable. I don't know if he'll ever warrant where he was drafted, because he was drafted as a top pick. But I think he can be a really serviceable NBA center in the league. He's got a lot of talent.
AP just said he's in Indiana. I do think they signed him. They signed him to Indiana.
Yeah. It's a shame. Indiana, they know, man. They be grabbing people, especially they be watching who the Knicks want. I know that.
Yeah, I mean, they have the depth over there, and they're not afraid to go super deep, So getting a guy like that to see if he fits in is a good idea for them. What they're trying to do over there.
100%. Dweeb in the building. Shout out to the Dweeb too. Do you think Tibbs is the best coach available? I mean, I don't know what you mean. Do you think he's the best coach for the Knicks right now with our squad that can help us win? I think Tibbs deserves a chance, but I think he's going to be, we're going to talk about that as we get closer to actual real basketball in the season. But I do think that Tibbs is going to be on a type of hot seat, but not like a hot seat where he's going to, if the Knicks don't start good in the first month, he's going to get fired. I mean, a hot seat as if the Knicks finish the season and they don't get to the Eastern Conference Finals or possibly competing for a championship, I think that, the front office, and we're talking about the Knicks being healthy, no other issues. They're going to look at Tibbs like, I don't know if you're the guy, because we're giving you everything you could want to get you to the next level. And if they get a backup center, a good one that can also start, Tibbs will have everything he could possibly need. So, it would be on him, I think. What you think about that, Eru?
Yeah, I mean, he has every possible player that he could possibly use. I mean, he loves defense. He loves the corner three. He has everything that he needs to get his offense running. And then, not for nothing, Tom Thibodeau doesn't really have a point guard oriented offense. He has a kind of like a read and react kind of thing. So everybody on the roster has the ability to create at any point in time. So he has everybody that he needs. Adding Mikal Bridges just makes us that much better. So, this time is now for him. He's got to show and prove. He's got to do it.
Right. I agree with that. Yeah. Shout out to Jarvis Williams. Okay, he said Tibbs was born in 1958. He's 66 years old. I thought he was older than that, but okay. All right. Well, that's not that bad. I mean, compared to, freaking Popovich is a dinosaur compared to other coaches. So if he's still around doing it, I mean, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. Shout out to Space Ghost in the building. Salute Space Ghost. Appreciate you. Johnny Davis is here. Salute Johnny Davis. Mega NYK in the building. What up, Mega? Says salute. Good evening to my guys. Ron and Eru in the chat. Yes. Shout out to New York Sports Chalk. What's going on? Salute. Good to see you. Wiz BKLA 62 and 20. Wow. Okay, Wiz.
Yeah, that's nice, man.
Everybody's out there, man. They're reaching for the stars right now. Shout out to George Jones in the building. Salute, George. What's good? Appreciate you. Ivory 10 in the building. Salute, Ivory. Jesus, I might see Eru on YouTube once every few months, and each time he's listen. One thing about Eru, he's consistent. He tells you about Mitchell Robinson all the time. So it's not that you don't got to look too far to understand what Eru thinks about Mitchell Robinson. He's consistent.
But listen, watch your mouth. That's all I gotta say, man. This is not my show, you know what I'm saying? But watch your mouth. Mitchell Robinson, like I said, he can't set screens, he can't make free throws, he can't make layups. Am I lying? No. So just basketball, keep it basketball stuff. That's all I gotta say.
71 Dak in the building. Salute. Appreciate you. HP Carlos in the building. What's good? All right. David Smith is in here. Salute. What's good? Louisiana Knicks in the building. What's going on? Kevin Middleton. Good to see you. Let me see if there's a couple more. Oh, that's it. I think I got everybody. If there's anybody out there that I missed.
We talked about what he can do. What can he do? He can dunk and he can make offensive rebounds. Okay, now what? What else can he do? You know what I'm saying? What else can Mitchell Robinson do? He can shoot 3-pointers in the offseason, right? He can destroy his cousins and pickup games in the summertime. You know what else? He could drive a truck. What else? He goes on Snapchat and he makes cryptic posts on Snapchat. What else can he do? So that's all I gotta say. And if he's hurt, then he's not ineffective. But he's a decent center. I will tell you that. If he's so good, then what are we talking? Wasting all this time talking about a backup center if Mitchell Robinson is so good? He shoots 40% from the free throw line. Listen, so miss me with the BS, okay? I'm not here for it. Tomorrow's my birthday, fam. You know what I'm saying?
I think that the Knicks are going to have to figure out what they can rely on as a team. And as I've said multiple times throughout this offseason, the Knicks need a insurance plan for all their positions, okay? It doesn't matter what position. They need insurance. Whether even Jalen Brunson's position. Jalen Brunson gets hurt, because he's working so hard and he's putting his body on the line. You need insurance. We got to keep this train going. So the Knicks need a backup at every position that they can depend on. And center is no different. Mitchell Robinson may be a solid defender. He may be a good rebounder, but he's got a lot of offensive deficiencies even when he is healthy. But, if he's not healthy, we're getting nothing. So we got to be prepared.
Well, the thing about it is that the Knicks need. That's the key right there. The Knicks need. That's what we need to focus on. The Knicks need. Not putting these, because we've been through it throughout all these years. Frank Ntilikina is number one. And how many times we argued about Frank Ntilikina on Sim Show back when it was only really Sim and we had like 10 people on the panel and we having like a gang fight over Frank Ntilikina. And where's Frank Ntilikina right now? Frank Ntilikina is not 30 years old yet. The dude is out the league right now. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. We have to keep talking about how we can make the Knicks better. Not talk about his girl, he must have stole his girl. Yeah, he stole my girl, So it is whatever you want to say,
I'll tell you one thing. These French players, they better get it together, man, because the French players be looking kind of suspect. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, man. There was like 5 or 6 of them drafted in the draft, and they're coming along slowly. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to keep hitting y'all with the damn daddy.
But not for nothing. If those French guys do pan out, they're gonna have a hell of a like FIBA team. Come.
Oh yeah. They look like they got talent. They just come. I honestly think that they sometimes maybe it's just the French do things a little differently, and it's a little slower for them to do things comfortably here, and they got to get acclimated because it's different. So let's give them some time. You know, they're away from home. It's a lot of different stuff going on. So we'll see what happens. All right. Well, Eru, final words, my brother.
It's my birthday tomorrow. That's what I gotta say. Tomorrow's my birthday. I'm trying to be nice, man. You know. Do you know, like, the reason why I even acknowledge people that talk about Mitch and always saying, well, because I get stuff thrown into my emails and in my DMs talking about Mitch Robinson. It's like, listen, man, I'm over it, you know, with all that nonsense. You know what I'm saying? We're talking basketball, so just keep it basketball. I don't need to have people, you know, writing me soliloquies in my freaking emails and stuff like that talking about Mitch Robinson. It's like, grow up. You know, like this is basketball, but it's not really real, to tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? We're here talking and having a good time. And anybody's points, if you think Mitch Robinson is good, okay, cool. But we're not going to talk about him as if he's you know, Superman, you know, jumping over buildings in a single bound and you're faster than a speeding bullet and all this other nonsense when the guy is shooting 40% from the free throw line. So it's like, you know, it is what it is.
Hey, what up, Drugs? Yeah. Happy birthday once again to my guy Eru. Tomorrow is his birthday. Show him some love, guys, and definitely show him some love on his channel as well, man. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, all that good stuff for his channel. Die hard, you know, Knicks in the building. But the other thing I wanted to say too before we get out of here is, guys, once again, we're happy with our team. We want the best. We want our players to do what they got to do out there. We believe in our guys. You know, we've watched guys like Mitch grow with the team, but the Knicks are in a position where they are trying to win. If Mitch can win with them, fine. But if they don't feel he can, that's another story. The Knicks have already shown you. It gets to a certain point when it's time to make a move. Quickly's gone. RJ's gone. Grimes is gone. Obi's gone. Like, they will make a move depending on what happens. So I think, you know, we just got to hope that this year plays out well, that Mitch stays healthy, that we find an adequate backup. It could be one of these guys, like we were talking. It could be Skapintsev. It could be Hukporty. Who knows? But we got to find that guy. The Knicks are going to have a training camp. They're going to have their preseason games. They're going to be able to look at whoever they got in these positions to see if it works. And we just got to hope for the best, man, because this is a really important year for this Knicks franchise. One of the most important years in a long time. We are in a good position to make some noise. So, you know, no matter what happens, remember, we are still Knicks fans. Okay. All right. So my final words are this. Tell a friend who tells a friend who tells another friend. Still Knicks fans. We'll be back again, whether it be on Monday nights at 9 p.m. for SKF Weekly with my guy. Could be Eru. Could be me and my brother John. Could be Jose in the background on the ones and twos. You just never know. We are here, though. And if you haven't gotten sick of me, you can also check me out on Saturdays for Know the Ledge, where I hope to talk you guys off the ledge. Because when you start saying stuff and going back and forth about players, this is when I come in. This is when it's therapy session. I come in and I tell you, hey, watch that. Oh, I don't know about that. 66 wins. Uh-oh.
See if I know the ledge.
You know what I mean? You jumping out the window. So that's why I'm here for. Anyway, I appreciate all you guys. Thanks once again. Once again, guys, happy early birthday to my guy Eru tomorrow. Coming back like Jordan wearing the 4-5. I hope you enjoy yourself, brother. I hope you have a great day, you know, and do something fun, man. I know it's gonna be hard. It's a freaking Tuesday. You know, what's that?
Yeah, the kids will be in camp and stuff, man. So I'm just gonna, you know, well, I have a tradition. I usually get up really early, crack of dawn, as soon as the sun comes up, and I shoot around. So I've been doing that ever since I was a kid. So I'm gonna get up and do that. I haven't shot around since last year. This is my last birthday. I think that might be the last time I shot around. So I'm gonna get up this morning and I'll do that, man. So
nice. Okay, yeah. No, AP, this ain't a different show. This is SKF Weekly. This is still, you know, Ron and John, but John is off today. So Eru came in and filled in. But yeah, this is the Monday show. You know, usual suspects. You know what I mean? Kaiser Soze. All right, guys.
Knicks Yak. It's not. I'm watching you. It's not Knicks hate. You know, we're talking. It's not Mitch hate. You know, I'm just talking about what he can and cannot do, and that's it.
There it is. That's all it is, guys. That's all it is. All right. Well, you guys have a great night. Like I said, go check out. I believe Tony Crow is rocking right now. Knicks and Bruises on Nothing But Knicks. Go show them some love if you want to continue this Knick conversation. Appreciate you guys. And, have a great night, man. But, listen. And the bottom line is we all want to win, and we want to win together. We want to be in the Canyon of Heroes, chopping it up, saying, remember that time y'all was talking about Mitch? Remember you said this? And look at us now, baby. Whether Mitch is there or not, I don't care. Let's win.
Yeah, but next time you address me in the chat, make sure you hock to a spit on that thing, okay? That's what I got to say. You love to be on it, so, show us some love.
Okay. Now I gotta go. All right, y'all. We out of here. Take it easy.
Freedom over fame. Freedom over cycle stays the same.